All right, what's up, guys? So we are back. Another week of quarantine fitness. It's so great. We love it. So what we've got going on today, you are going to start with 4 minutes, a little AMRAP to get yourself going. So you're going to do 10 or 8 calories on a machine. So if you happen to have a rower at home or anything like that, you can do machine calories. Otherwise, you're going to do 30 jumping jacks. So if you don't have a machine, 30 jumping jacks in place. You're then going to do 10 plank up downs, followed by 10 forward stepping lunges. So what all that looks like, again, your jumping jacks, pretty normal, pretty standard, nothing crazy here. Then for the plank up down, again, that's our burpee without the chest to deck. So we're just going to go down, plank, back up. You'll go through 10 of those. And then we're going to do 10 forward stepping lunges. So out to 90 degrees, both legs, chest tall, all the way back up to extension. 10 total, 5 on each side. After that, you're going to do 2 rounds of 10 twisted cross and 10 elbow to instep. So your twisted cross is our upper body stretch. So arm out to the side, other leg up and across, hold for a second, and then switch. We got 5 on each side. Then we're going to press up and we're going to go through 5 elbow to instep on each side. So drop that elbow down, switch, same thing. So 2 rounds of that, 10 total, 5 on each side. Then our strength work today, we've got some supersets. So what we're going to do is you're going to do 8 weighted lateral step ups with a slow eccentric on each side. And then you're going to do 8 tempo single arm ring rows or rows on each arm. So for the lateral step up, there's just a slow controlled eccentric. There's not a strict count that you're trying to adhere to. For the single arm rows though, there is. So you're going to stick to a strict count with those. So for the lateral step up, what we're looking to do, you're going to put your foot on an object that puts you at or slightly below parallel. So for me, ideally, I would be a little higher. This isn't quite the depth I would want. I'd like to see a starting position, something more like this. So for me, something close to 24 inches probably. But again, you can step up onto a chair, table, whatever you got. You can hold an object however you want. So again, you can hold it in the offhand here, on the shoulder, you can hug it, you can put a backpack on or a weight vest. Again, great way to load these up. But what we're gonna do is you're gonna do a lateral step up. Rule number 1, this foot should be as inactive as possible. Meaning, I wanna either pick my toe up so that when I start, I have to really drive through this leg and there's no press off. That's going to make it a lot harder. So what I don't want you guys to do is do this, where I kind of really press off of that calf because that negates me using my glute in the lower part of this movement. So again, toes up off the ground. I've got my object. I'm going to stand all the way up to full extension of my hip. And then on the way down, I'm going to control nice and slow all the way back down to a flat foot. Again, these are really challenging. This is a great way to work on our pistol, so it's a great way to work on that really deep single leg squat. So you can scale these by using weight. You can obviously load up or load back as needed. You can also change range of motion. So if you go to stand up and you find yourself doing this, where you're really kind of winging it, and then on the way down, you get to here, and you just kind of fall down. What I want you to do is hold on to an object. So hold on to something that allows you to keep that slow control all the way down until you get into that below parallel position. So full controlled range of motion is super important here, as always. And then you got your tempo single arm ring rows. So if you have rings or if you have a TRX, great. Otherwise, you can do a single arm object row. So kettlebell, dumbbell, backpack, the usual good stuff. Our tempo is going to be a 3-1-x-3. So what that means is I'm going to pull explosively to here. I'm going to hold for 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Negative for 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Hold for 1. Pull. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Rinse, repeat. You're going to do that 8 times on each leg. So again, the hold is at the top, and then it's a slow negative. So those are kind of your focal points for the day. Again, 3 rounds of that. So 3 rounds, 8 lateral step-ups each side, 8 single arm ring rows each side. Once you're done there, your conditioning for the day is every 5 minutes for 5 rounds. So 25-minute clock here today. What you're gonna do is 10 burpees. So you're gonna do 10 burpees as fast as you can. Sprint through these. Again, chest and hips all the way to the deck each time. Feet stay nice and narrow in the top, and I get full extension of the hip here. So again, just a normal, nice fast burpee. After you're done 10 reps, you're gonna do 20 object swings. So again, kettlebell, dumbbell, backpack, swing something. When you're swinging, shins are vertical, hips are going back, chest is coming down. This is gonna ensure that I get into a good, proper loading position. And then from here, it's all about violent extension of the hips. Bring that object up to about eye level each time. And again, depending on weight, you can always swing higher if the object's a little light. So you got your 20 swings. When you're done, you're gonna go into 20 goblet reverse lunge. So you'll finish your last swing. Then we will bring the object into a front rack position, hold it here, and I'm doing reverse lunges, 20 total, 10 on each side. Down, back knee touches, 90-90, back up to extension, switching legs each time. When you're done with 20, you're going to do a 40-second wall sit. So for the wall sit, I want to zoom in nice and close on me. So for the wall sit, what we're looking for, shins should be at about parallel to the ground. Again, your knee can be a little forward the middle of your foot. But most important things that we're looking for is I want to be at parallel. So I don't want to be in a low squat here because it's easy to relax and I'm taking some of that tension off. So at parallel, pressing into my legs. I'm not using my hands in any part of my lower body. So I've got my hands up here or down by my side. And I've got my chest tall, my belly tight. And I'm just going to hold this for 40 seconds. It is awful. My legs already hurt. So that's your workout for the day. Every 5 minutes for 4 rounds. As far as stimulus goes, burpees are super duper fast. We're going to try and sprint through those. Then for our 20 swings, we're going to try and breathe normally, but we're going to hold on for unbroken as best as you can for as long as you can. Then I'm going to go right into my 20 reverse lunges, hopefully without putting the kettlebell down for a couple rounds. So by the end, you might be breaking this up in between your swings and your goblet reverse lunges, but I want you to start by trying to do this unbroken. So you got your 10 burpees, 20 swings, 20 lunges without putting the kettlebell down, and then your 40-second wall sit. So as always with these, every 5 minutes for 5 rounds, you need rest. You have to have rest. This can't be a 25-minute AMRAP. So you should be instilling a 4-minute time cap on yourself. So you should have at least a 1-minute rest period every round. So obviously the goal is to finish faster, but if you're not finishing by the 4-minute mark, stop working and consider scaling something. So consider scaling weight, consider scaling some reps, something like that. Pick the thing that is holding you up the most. For most of you, that'll probably be the lunges. So maybe drop those down to 12 or 16 per round instead of 20 if you're not meeting that done by the 4-minute mark movement. So now all we got left is some accessory and some mobility. So for the accessory, we've got a 20 side plank leg raises on each side. This is essentially working on our obliques. So it's kind of similar to a side bend. And we're also going to be targeting the glutes. So what this is going to look like, I'm going to start in a good side plank. So again, hips up nice and high, nice straight line. And then I'm going to bring this leg up as high as I can every time. Whoop. Again, these are really intense on the glutes. They're intense on the obliques. And obviously the rest of my core as I just fight to balance. So you're going to do 20 of those on one leg or one side, 20 on the other side, 3 rounds. Then when you're done, we've got a little pigeon and a little saddle pose. So just our basic leg stretches. Again, pigeon, foot up nice and high towards the hip, relaxing down to the ground, 90 seconds on each side. And then our saddle pose, again, knees and ankles to start, just outside hip width, and then just slowly starting to lean back so we get that stretch intensified up through the quads, the hip flexors, and then the low back. So that's your training to start the week. Enjoy, tag us, Forged by Zeus, Palace.Ithaca, CrossFit Queens, fitness.